Well, hello there and welcome back to my channel, or of course welcome to my channel if you're new. If you are new, then hello, lovely to meet you. My name is Alex, and if you are new here, make sure you stick around and subscribe. If you're not new and you've been here for a while, then why not make sure the notification bell is switched on just so you're notified of every single time that I upload. I think one of my lights is dying, so please ignore the shadow behind me. But for today's video, I'm finally going to be doing my 2021 favourites. Now, I have tried to keep this completely different to my previous year favourites, but if there are any crossovers, my bad. But for the majority, I have tried to keep two products that did launch this year. So if you want to see what I loved throughout the year of 2021, then please keep watching. Okay, so I want to give a mention to the Glossy Box Moisturiser. I've actually pretty much run out of this now, but I absolutely love this. I use this pretty much like every single day, and I've literally had to like squeeze out every single ounce of it out. This was gifted me by Glossy Box, but honestly, I'm definitely going to repurchase this because it's a really nice moisturiser. It just says 3-in-1, plumps, primes and nourishes. Okay, two primers I was loving throughout 2021. NYX Marshmallow Elf Putty. These give a similar effect but have different formulas. This one's a lot more it's not runny, it really isn't runny, but what I'm trying to say is this one is a lot more solid than what this one is. This is like a squirty primer, whereas this you have to scrape it out of the pot. There we go. I mean, you say hit pan, you're gonna hit pan anyway, but there's still loads of products left. And then, oh, nearly dropped it. And then the Marshmallow Primer, have no idea how it's still going because I use this the majority of the time when I do my makeup. Foundations, I still absolutely love my Revolution Conceal and Define. Another affordable one that launched this year that I really like is the Relove one. This is the Super Serum Hyaluronic Acid Foundation. I have mine in the shade F1. This is a £5 and it is unreal. For £5, you just can't go wrong. I absolutely love this. It has a really nice smoothing formula to it. It doesn't last long, like all day. It doesn't last long as in it doesn't last like all day on my skin, but I still really like how it looks and sits on my skin, and it's got really good coverage as well. It's very good. And then a slightly more bougier one is the NARS Soft Matte Foundation. I, again, obviously love this. I wear this the majority of the time when I actually go out of the house, going out somewhere, not just to sit here and do my makeup. This is the foundation I reach for a lot. I have no issues with this foundation whatsoever. It again, isn't the longest lasting foundation on me. I do have an oily T-zone, so any foundation is going to go oily like at some point during the day. But this is a go-to for me, absolute holy grail at the moment, and I freaking love it. A couple of setting sprays I want to give a mention to. L'Oreal Shake and Glow. The line is down to here, so I've pretty much used half of this year. I absolutely love this. I actually prefer to use a glowy setting spray. It's very strange. I don't really know why, because towards the end of the year I started reaching for this a lot more, which is the Revolution Fix and Glow, and I really like it. It says it's got shimmer particles in it. Honestly, you can't really see them, so that doesn't bother me. And they're both very affordable, so I highly recommend these. Obviously recommend everything in this video, otherwise I wouldn't be including them. The one concealer for me that I used the most last year was the L'Oreal Infallible. When I first tried this, instantly knew I was gonna love it and it would be a favourite, and to be honest with you, this again is like a holy grail concealer for me at the moment. I love the whole big doe foot. See how it's nice and big. I'm quite over the small doe foot now. I definitely prefer products that have the bigger doe foot in them, and this is a really nice concealer. It's got very good coverage. It is very smoothing on the skin. I'm that type of person, yes, I have an oily T-zone, but if a product makes my skin look really nice and smooth, I'm all over it, and I cannot recommend this concealer enough. It is absolutely unreal. My two powder favourites, unfortunately, are very expensive. The Fenty Beauty Powder Foundation come out at the start of the year, and I love it. I love the extra layer. Oh no, I've lost one of my lights. Anyways, what I was saying, the Fenty Powder Foundation come out at the start of the year, and I really like it. It does give me a very nice layer of extra coverage. You can use this on its own as like an actual foundation, but for me, powder foundations just don't mix. My skin doesn't enjoy them, so I just use powder foundations to help me give that extra layer of coverage, and this is very, very good. I have mine in the shade 120. To be honest with you, I'm actually so surprised I haven't hit pan on this because I've used this so much. And then my other favourite is the Charlotte Tilbury pressed powder. 2021 was the year for pressed powders for me. I'm usually a loose powder gal, like I will use them, but for some reason I find myself reaching for pressed powders a lot more. I don't know if that's just I've become very lazy, but pressed powders for me are a go-to. The Charlotte Tilbury one, this is so expensive. It is unreal, so expensive, but this powder is so beautiful. Like when I say this is 100% worth the money for a £34, £35 powder, 100%. Like this is incredible. It makes your skin look so flawless and smooth. It is just, it's non-believable. Until you try this yourself, you just will not understand like how amazing this powder is. You've got to pick this up and try it. Bronzers are typically a product I mix up anyway. I use different bronzers every single day, but the Revolution Glow Bronzer that launched in 2021 is one that I definitely know I keep going back to. So this is the shade Fair. This is a range that had been out for a little while, or quite a long while anyway, and then they introduced more shades. This is the shade Fair. As you can see, I am fair, and this is such a beautiful bronzer shade. It's so affordable. I think it's £8 and you get 15.5 grams in this bronzer. That is incredible value for money. This is going to last you a very long time, plus you get a little mirror in here as well. I just think this is amazing. Highly recommend this as well, and if you've got a fair skin tone, definitely pick up this shade because it works brilliantly. A couple of palettes that I constantly went back to use for contour are number one, the Revolution and Patricia Bright face palette. I have hit pan on the middle contour. I might have even included both of these in my previous year, but honestly, these are pretty much the only contour palettes I reach for the majority of the time. I do mix it up, as I say, but I do keep going back to these two. So yeah, I use this shade for my contour. Again, for fair skin, the palette Moonlight Glow is absolutely perfect. And then the Too Faced Cocoa Contour. How I've not hit pan on this, I do not know, but I use this shade down here, the light contour shade, constantly. Honestly, I absolutely love this palette so much. I do not really use the other shades, which is stupid. I probably should maybe even use like the lighter shades here just to like brighten up my under eyes, but for the majority of the time I am just reaching for it for this contour shade, and I absolutely love this. It is a bougie buy, but highly recommend. I completely forgot to mention cream products. 2021 was the year for cream products, like cream bronzers, cream highlighters, cream blushes, and the products that I kept going back to were the Made by Mitchell blushes. This formula is absolutely unreal. I just tested out the bronzed version, love them. Like, I cannot recommend the Made by Mitchell blushes enough. They are, I have every single shade now, every single shade. That's how much I love them. And my favourite shade is Peach Sugar. I think it's like deep in my drawer somewhere, but that is my favourite shade. I've got the Mango Daiquiri one out at the moment, which is the orangey one, and right now I've got the shade Cow Lick on because I just filmed a TikTok with it, and yeah, they're just incredible, guys. I cannot, again, I'm going to keep repeating myself, but I just cannot recommend them enough. They're £14 each, but if you wait for like sales and stuff, like all three of the newer blushes went for like £10 at one point. Like, just wait for the sales. If you don't want to pay £14 for one, just wait for the sales because they do amazing ones. And yeah, I absolutely love it. I definitely want to get more into cream bronzer and cream highlighter this year. I have got the e.l.f. putty one on at the moment and I love it. So this year I'm going to try and delve into more to cream bronzers and stuff more, but 2021 cream blushers all the way. Okay, highlighters. I absolutely love highlighters, so I could not pick only like one or two. I've actually got 4. The first one is a given. It's the Benefit Cookie. I love this. I reach for this all the time. Again, surprised I've not hit pan on this. This is such a beautiful highlighter. You have to get your hands on this. This is expensive. I think it's like £27 now. But again, if you can get it on discount or in a sale somewhere or get a mini or something, please do. Because this highlighter is literally so incredible. I cannot tell you. All these highlighters are incredible. This is the most expensive one though. A super affordable highlighter that I absolutely love was the Beauty Bay Flash highlighter. Again, I think this launched towards the end of 2020 or during 2020, but I've been reaching for it a whole lot this year. This is the shade Flash, which is the lightest one, and this is like £4-5. So affordable, and my goodness, is it incredible. You don't have to spend like loads of money on products like highlighters or blushers or bronzers, because to be honest, most of the time you can't really tell a difference between the quality. With highlighters, you certainly don't need to pay big money for, and this just proves that, because I absolutely love it so much. The other 2 are drugstore as well. So this next one is by Maybelline. This is the Chrome Extreme Intense Metallic Highlighter in the shade 200 Diamond Glow. Sorry. Again, stunning. I haven't even been showing you any of these up close, but oh, look how beautiful that is. I literally, I cannot. It is stunning. I keep repeating the same thing, but incredible. I think Maybelline's slightly more expensive than Beauty Bay. I think that's about £8 or £9 for the Maybelline one, but again, cannot recommend it enough. And then it wouldn't be a Makeup with Alex Kate video if I didn't recommend something that was Soph related. So this is the SOPHIE collection that she launched not this year, 2021. Have included the palette and a lip balm as well, don't you worry. But this is the highlighter palette in the shade Sugar Frosting. Absolutely love. This is the lightest one, and then it goes Cookies and Cream, and then the darkest one. I don't actually own the darkest one because obviously it's going to be too dark for me, but this one, the lightest one, stunning. Usually her normal highlighter palette is in my favourites, but because she came out with new highlighters this year, obviously I've been reaching for these ones a whole lot more. I love both these shades, to be honest. This one if I want a really bright white intense highlighter, but this one I'd probably reach for a little bit more. I think these are £8, but you get 2 highlighters in there. Blush again is something I'll literally mix up like every single day. It depends what makeup I'm wearing, depending on what tone of blush I use, but I must admit the Dull Beauty blushers, they have my heart in 2021. I absolutely love these. I think I've got 4 of them, 4 or 5 of them. This one in particular is Costa de Dol, which is probably my favourite one, I think. I've finally got Take Me to the Peach, which is in my pink box of doom, we like to call it, in my Patreon group. But this is Costa de Dol, which, I think this is my favourite one. And yeah, I just love these. I think they did come out in 2021. And I love everything about it. I love the packaging. I love that there's a mirror in here. I love that it's a cute little heart shape. I have got the new, not the new bronzers, they are the same bronzers, but I have got the bronzer in the new packaging like this as well. And another blush I just want to quickly mention, because again, I do mix up my blushes like all the time. I love all of my blushers. This is the W7 blush in Rebel. No, it's not in Rebel, it's in Striptease, but it's the Rebel blush. This colour is absolutely stunning. I love this so much. I did share it on my stories as well, because I was like, people don't talk about these. Like, W7 is obviously not the most popular drugstore brand, but I obviously personally love them. I work with W7, and then when they come out with these blushes, I was like, obviously the packaging is like NARS all over, but this shade Striptease is stunning. And you need it. I actually want to pick up the other 2 shades in this collection, but this one is definitely my favourite. Okay, before I move on to eyes, I do want to just quickly mention some eye products. So a brow pencil that I constantly used in 2021. Again, I do mix up my brow products, but the NYX brow pencil, what is this actually called? The micro brow pencil in taupe. Again, something I constantly went back to. This is a really nice thin brow pencil. They are definitely my favourite. It's tiny, I love it. They're definitely my favourite types because I can draw on the front of my brows without it looking like really blocky or anything. Like, I just really love this brow pencil. But the brow gel that I'm mentioning is what I love even more over that brow pencil. And this is the Beauty Bay one. This is the Brow Fixer Brow Gel. I have mine in the shade Biscuit, but oh my goodness. I love me my Benefit Gimme Brow, but when you have something that is only like £4 or £5 that does the exact same thing, I'm going for the cheaper option any day. This is so freaking good. If you're like me and you have like thinner brows and you don't have a lot of like brow hair, you need to get this. Like, this has loads of fibres and stuff in it. This is what the wand looks like as well. It's a really it's a really nice small wand, which is what I love, because where I don't have those big bushy eyebrows, I don't like big wands. I like a little one that I can just like brush through really nicely. And this brow gel is amazing. I absolutely love it. I'm going to keep repurchasing it and repurchasing it until I stop wearing makeup. Okay, eye bases. The two eye bases that I absolutely loved throughout last year was the Revolution Creator like super base that come out last year, and then the Beauty Bay eye base. I can't remember if this come out last year or the end of 2020, but I only got this in 2021, and to be honest with you, I absolutely love these. They're both extremely affordable, which makes it even better, and I can't recommend these enough. You guys know I love this creator base. If you watch my channel, I use this in almost like every single eyeshadow palette review, and when I'm not using this one, I'm using the Beauty Bay one. Okay, palettes. I'm not gonna lie to you, 2021 was a bit of a weird one for me. I basically reviewed and reviewed and reviewed and reviewed and reviewed, and I fell out of love with Instagram. So for me, palettes weren't something that I kept going back to. I kind of would just review them and put them in my drawer and store them away. So these palettes that I'm showing you, a couple of them I have gone back and used, but some of them I have only used, you know, the once or twice and haven't constantly been going back to them. And these are like some of my favourite palettes that have launched in 2021 as well. So let's get into it. We've got a mixture of drugstore and high-end. So let's go. So as I said, SOPHIE was going to be a given, guys. Like, that was going to be obvious. This was the new palette that SOPHIE launched this year. A nice colourful one. I was so excited for this because her ones before were like really neutral and everyday and warm toned. But this is such a breath of fresh air for SOPHIE. This is a very beautiful, colourful palette, and when you don't want something that's so overwhelming but you want to play with colour, definitely pick this up. It's like £12. You get a nice little mirror in here as well, and plus you're supporting a YouTuber, so you can't get any better than that. And yeah, I love SOPHIE, so I'm going to be biased, and anything she brings out I'm going to absolutely love. I'll just get Revolution ones out of the way. So again, this one did launch in October, but I'm going to include it anyway because I genuinely love this palette so much that it honestly blew me away. Like, I love this. So this is part of the Corpse Bride collection with Revolution. This is the Newlyweds palette, and this is just like a full-on blue eyeshadow palette. But when I tell you this is just so incredible, you gotta believe me. Like, I decluttered a lot of Jeffree Star palettes. Obviously we won't get into it, but I did declutter like all of the palettes apart from the one that my friends got me for my birthday, and I was absolutely gutted that I had to declutter all of them because they're such good quality and I loved them. And Blue Blood was one of my favourites, and I have found a replacement blue palette that I absolutely love that genuinely has a really good gradient of blues in it, plus it has shimmers in here, and it's not so overwhelming. There's not too many shades. It's just got all you need to create like a monochromatic, it's got all you need in here to create a monochromatic blue eye look. That this is literally just all you need. Yeah, plus it's like £9 I think, so very affordable compared to the Jeffree one. Obviously I know this hasn't got as many shades, but you do only need a few gradient of blues. You don't have to have masses and masses of different blues to create a monochromatic look. Oh my god, I can't say that word. So this one, insane. And then for iHeartRevolution, I love me some Little Mermaid. She's my favourite Disney princess. So when iHeartRevolution collabed with Ariel, I was like, love, automatically. This is what the packaging looks like. And in here we do have the face side and the eyeshadow palette. Mulan has just launched and it should be with me tomorrow. So you're watching this on Friday, the video should literally be up tomorrow, so get excited for that. But yeah, I love the whole Disney collection with iHeartRevolution. The palettes are not my best quality palettes that I have by iHeartRevolution, but because this is Ariel, this is why I love it. And I love the face products in here a lot. The eyeshadows are okay, they're not my favourite, but I do mostly love it for the face side. And yeah, this is beautiful. Okay, not Revolution anymore. P. Louise Wedding Wish. This launched, I think, around Valentine's Day. This is honestly such a beautiful, like, soft glam palette. I absolutely love this. And it's got a pinky tones in it as well. And pinky neutral toned palettes are my absolute favourite. And in here you do have really good depth. You've got shimmers, you've got different mattes to play with. And I love this so much. Like, oh my god, it is so pretty. And I honestly think that this is a type of palette I would wear on my wedding day. Like, it is just so pretty. I love it. I love this whole mini love tapes collection. I've actually got all of them, like the Going Solo one, Love Affair, and I've got the two Christmassy ones, the Under the Mistletoe and Winter Wonderland. But I do love this. Beautiful. Another palette I love, and this one I have actually kept going back to. This is the Sample Beauty Plush palette. I love a good indie brand, and look how stunning this is. Like, this row is my absolute favourite, and when I tried this for the first time, that is immediately the row that I tested out in the video that I did. It is just such good quality. This indie brand is honestly incredible. They are stocked on Beauty Bay, and for the palettes that you get, you actually pay a really good price. I think this is like £18, I think. But the amount of shades you get in here, you get a mirror. I just think it's so worth the money. If you have not tried Sample Beauty yet, you have to try them. I absolutely love them as a brand. And every palette that they come out with, I'm like, oh my god, that is absolutely stunning. I have to get that. But this one is definitely a favourite of mine because I love the shades in here. And these like minty green shades, I feel like were a bit of a trend in 2021. And I'm not mad at it because I love that shade. Okay, and then the last palette I'm going to include in this video is, of course, the Stacey Marie palette that launched this year. I love this one particularly because it is different to her previous launches. Her previous ones were all super colourful and rainbow palettes, and then this one you just get kind of a mix of like cool, warm and like greeny tones. It is just honestly so beautiful. This is, you know, £39, like 95, 40 quid, so it is not a cheap palette, but I had to include something in here that was a little bit more expensive and that I absolutely loved. I need to do more looks with this palette because you do have a lot of shades in here to play with, and I just really like what she did with this palette in that it was so different to her previous ones. So well done, Stacey, because this is absolutely stunning. I'm really sorry the lighting has gone again so quickly before it dies. The two pairs of lashes that I absolutely loved in 2021, and if you watch my videos you probably can guess what they are anyway. We have Roxy and Revolution, and we have Be Perfect Vibes lashes. Don't know why I looked, because I know what lashes these are. These were my go-to lashes for last year. I would wear these in videos, on nights out, literally all the time. I absolutely freaking love these lashes. The two mascaras that I love throughout 2021, again, won't be a surprise to anyone that watches my videos. This is the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara, and then Benefit Bad Girl Bang. Need I say more? I rave like this mascara so much. It is unreal. You probably are sick of me talking about both of these mascaras actually. This one is super affordable. This is like £3.95. This one's a little bit more pricey. This is like £22.50 I think. But it depends. If you love a bougie buy, definitely recommend. If you want something affordable, recommend this one. A couple of lip care type of products. Revolution Pro Goddess Glow Lip Oil. This come out towards the end of 2021, but honestly I love this lip oil. It is really, really good. And then another SOPHIE product. This is the SOPHIE lip balm. This is the shade, I can't remember what shade it is. It's not Toffee Drizzle, that's the other one. This is something and I can't remember. I can't remember what shade this one is, but it's the more lighter, like pinky version. This honestly is incredible for like when you're going out but you don't want to put on a full lipstick. Just put on a lip liner, like the lip liner that comes in this kit, and then put the lip balm on top. Looks incredible. Two kind of like lipstick formulas that are stuck out for me. Beauty Bay Freckle, you know I'm going to mention this. This is my favourite cool toned brown lipstick. Absolutely love that. And then I also love the Huda Beauty ones if you want a bit more of a bougie buy. These are like the Power Matte lipsticks, and this one in particular is in the shade Girls Trip. I have been collecting these because they're very nice. Liquid lipsticks that I love throughout 2021. Too Faced Melted Matte. This is like just the pumpkin spice one that come out last year, but any of the Too Faced Melted Mattes, love. This formula is so incredible. I absolutely love the Fenty ones as well. I don't know why I haven't brought one out with me, but Too Faced and Fenty have like some of the best liquid lip formulas out there. And yes, it's matte, but they look so smooth on the lips still. They're not too much, so I love these. And then again, this one did come out towards the end, but when I tell you this is like the most incredible Revolution liquid lipstick formula ever, I am not joking. Like, this is such an amazing moussey texture sort of liquid lipstick, and I freaking love it. It is so good. You also get a lip gloss with this, but the lip gloss is nothing special. I mainly love this obviously for the actual liquid lipstick. This is the Homer lip kit from the Simpsons collection. I didn't even bloody mention that. And yeah, really good. I think it's £8 for both the gloss and the lipstick. And then lip glosses, if I'm honest, I'm not a lip gloss gal. I've actually got a metallic-y lip gloss on at the moment. It's part of the Revolution and Nightmare Before Christmas range. It's the Jack lip gloss. But typically, I'm not a lip gloss person. I don't go out the house with lip gloss on because I just know it's going to get everywhere. But I absolutely love the iHeartRevolution and Disney Princess lip toppers. They are so, so beautiful. I have every single one of them. This one in particular is just a Cinderella one. It's got, I think, gold reflex in it. So this is actually one of the prettiest ones for me. But overall, the actual just collection as a whole is amazing. I absolutely love these. Okay, before my other light dies, I'm gonna wrap this video up here. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please let me know by smashing the thumbs up button. Let me know down below what products did you love throughout 2021. I would love to know, do you agree with any of the ones in this video? Do you not agree? I would love to know down below. And of course, I will see you in my next video. Bye.